Alright guys, welcome back here for the Copper State 500. Yes, thank you very much guys for all of your guys' support. I definitely appreciate it. Of course, the views are very helpful, and of course, what you guys are saying in those comments, man, they're very helpful as well. I like being able to see you guys kind of help me keep the trust around how I'm playing this game. Let's get right back into it, guys, as we of course start the 110th, or I guess you'd say the last of the 400 miles here. Let's keep it going and keep it quick as we roll through here. Austin Bigler is the race leader. He's been leading for the last 40 miles here. 6 is going to be actually a duel, so that's the first time I'll actually have rolled this on camera, and then a 5. So we're actually going to go look over here. We're going to use the duel instigators, and then we'll actually see how that works out here for us, guys, and we'll see what happens. Which one is actually going to be there? So 5 is going to be the number 5 car in the top group, so that's going to be Wayne Montana. Now with that, of course, Wayne Montana will be having to choose who he will be rolling against. So I believe, so basically I guess you'd say, because it says right here, where we'll tell you which driver instigates the thing, and then of course for each instigating driver, you choose a target. You'll resolve the duel by rolling the red die and comparing the gas pedal rating. Then he wins the duel, or I guess you'd say the gas pedal rating. If the red die is equal to or less than the gas pedal rating, then he wins the duel. The instigating driver takes the higher position, gains performance chip. So do I choose? Do I just choose a person? Because he can say that he doesn't want to actually fend off, but he's a really great driver. If you guys notice that, he's a really 5. That's a really great gas pedal. So I suppose, I mean, so with duels, do I... Strange. So, I'm trying to think here. Can then choose to duel with any driver in the top group, presumably one higher in the group. He'll say he's going for the number 1 position in the group. You roll the die against this. Alright, so it looks like Wayne Montana will be actually the one that does the duel. So as I said here, he is a 5, and you can actually tell yourself, or the driver can say he's not going to actually do it. He can actually push off the duel, and that'll be the end of it. He'll stay in the same spot, and that'll be the 10 miles. Nothing will have happened. But he's actually going to go against Austin Bigler. He's going to go for the top guy here. And the reason why you want to do that is because he has a great gas pedal rating, so we're going to see if he's going to be able to push it to the metal there and push Austin Bigler possibly into trouble. So 3, he passes, so that they're going to actually switch, and then Wayne Montana, well, for the time being they're going to switch, but Wayne Montana is actually going to get a performance chip, and he's going to be the race leader, in fact. So no matter what, right now, Wayne Montana has taken the spot there, and he has taken the top lead and will be leading for at least 1 track there, as we now are going to go to the trouble rating. So now Austin actually has to roll against the trouble rating here. Now the trouble rating, since they're still in the 1/3 section here, because 1/3, of course, of 500 is still, of course, more than 110 laps. So if you guys look at that, we're going to see here that he's going to have to roll... I guess it's, what is it? He has to roll the 2 silver dice here, and he has an escape rating of 9, right? I think that's what it is, right? Let me check real quick here. I think he has to roll his escape rating, so you roll against the losing driver's escape rating to see if the car escapes damage, and if not, again, on the pit crew rating to see if the car can be repaired. So if he has to be repaired, he has to move all the way down to the trouble here, and then that will be it. So either way, they will actually have to switch, but if he gets into trouble and then fails, he has to do a trouble result, and then resolve the trouble result as explained previously for the driver, rolling the blentel against the driver's escape rating, and if necessary against the pit crew's repair rating. So always good to note, if he does have trouble and has to go to repair, he's going to go all the way on top here. We're going to have to fill in the gap, basically, for it. So that's a lot of drivers are going to have to fill in the gap for. Either way, basically what we're going to do is we're going to roll this and see if it's equal to or less than the escape rating here. So it's 9, so that's equal to or less than his escape, so he is good. He just gets pushed down to here. He escapes a possible dueling crash there, and that, my friends, will end the 110th mile turn there. Okay, let's get into that next mode here. Okay, 1. So 1's going to be over here in the top group here. 6 plus 2 is 8. That's going to be the skill check. So let's check it out here. As the skill check's going to be over here, and they're going to actually be checking against, if I remember correctly, the top group checks against, I think, is it the race leader? Is that right? I think that's what happens here. So let's check that out here. So let's see what happens here. Yep, so the top leader, because of that duel, as you guys can tell there, that last duel that happened in the last 10 miles, it's actually caused a little bit of a kind of a scheme mix-up here. So we're actually going to be testing for the skill check here, and it looks like almost everyone besides Scott has the skill check here. Now remember, they get an extra bonus here, but he gets actually an extra 2 bonuses for being the race leader. So this will be a hard one. So everyone's going to actually be checking against Wayne Montana. Very exciting. He has a performance check as he just got past a dual instigation here. So let's roll the die here for Julie Justice. Okay, so that's a 6. So 6, he will not actually get past there. Or I apologize, no, I was checking that. That's blue. So the 4 is actually the red one here, and he will be able to pass. Okay, so that's going to be, doesn't matter here. The white one doesn't actually matter at all. We probably can actually change that, doesn't matter. But 6, that's going to be very high and very hard here for Wayne. So we're going to actually, because they both have performance chips, we're going to have to see who retains here, if they both use them or if they don't use them here. So they're going to use them here. So that's always good to know here. What happens if they both use them, right? So also note that if both challengers and defenders have performance chips, then the red, white, and blue die will determine who wins the challenge. And an additional odd-even roll, which we've of course seen, they both use their chips here, will determine whether both drivers spend or both drivers retain their chips. So it looks like they both tried really hard, but nonetheless, if you guys notice this, Wayne Montana has actually gotten overtaken by Julie Justice, but they both use their performance chips to do so. So that, my friends, will have a big lead change there. So, I mean, this is kind of cool, guys. As you guys can tell here, there's a big lead change, but we're not gonna say who is like, as you could say, who is actually taken the lead during the time here, as it's only within the 10 miles. I want to say the end, who is who's ahead, because right now I have Jeff Daly Jr. holding for 6, Austin Bigler for 4, and then Wayne Montana's only hold for 1. So as of right now, Julie Justice is just in the lead during that 10-mile spot. We're just gonna basically wait until the end here, if that makes sense, guys, to kind of add up who's at the actual lead here, even though Julie Justice is definitely at the lead. All right, so let's roll again here. So 4 for Austin Bigler as he tries to take on the skill check here for him. 4 is definitely within his spot here. We don't need to roll the white card because it doesn't matter. It's going to go to the leader. And then 6. So let's see here. Yeah, so 6. So 6 is going to be definitely too hard for Julie Justice because he has a skill, that's 1, plus a star, that's 2. And then he's on there for 4 total, and that's going to be Austin Bigler taking the lead there. So a lot of movement and a shake-up there since that duel happened between Wayne Montana. So we're seeing a lot of movement here on this little scene here as Julie Justice is now in the 6th spot and Wayne Montana is down to the 7th. All right, so skill check for Joey Plonka as he goes for Austin Bigler's spot within this 10-mile stretch here. 4, and that's going to pass for Joey Plonka. And 3, that will absolutely be no problem here for Austin as he has 1 skill check plus the 2 breaks. That's 3, so he'll hold off Joey here. Jeff Daly Jr. here. 6, okay, so 6 is too hard for Jeff here to get on his star skill there. Now, he does have a double skill star, so he actually can try again here. So let's try again as he's going to roll again here. So 6 again, 66. Wow, guys, that's twice. My goodness. All right, so I'm going to roll these guys a little bit more here. But Tom Rossi, the number 3 car here, is 2. So 2 is going to definitely pass, and then a 4. Now we've already looked here, so skill is 1, plus those 2 is 3. So it looks like Austin's going to actually move down because, of course, he has... he only doesn't have any braking skill there, so it looks like Tom Rossi is going to be the one that ends up within the lead here, as the lead has changed now to Tom Rossi for 1 heck of a stretch there. So 1 there, and we mark off the 110th mile there. So it's going to be pretty exciting there, as you guys can see. Already some big movement since the last time, but Jeff Daly hasn't moved at all, and Scott is still... showing off that 5 blacked out Toyota car. Okay, so midway through here, going off trying to get to that 150-mile mark here before we go back to a commercial break here. and end the video here. Okay, so 6, that's going to be a duel again. 3 is what we're looking at here. So 3 is going to be the number 3 car in number three car in top groups. That'll be Jeff Daly Jr. Now, is he going to try go up against Tom Rossi? My question is always answered yes. If by chance, you know, he's the TV Gary driver, and he has great skill there. So we're going to say yes to that. So yes, he's going to try to go up against him, and we're going to roll a red die here real quick. That's a 5, and it does pass. So he actually takes over the top spot. Tom Rossi's going to move down just right now, though. But as of right now, looks like Jeff Daly Jr. is going to take the leader change again here. And now I'll mark off the space there. But we're going to actually do the check here for his escape, which will be 9. So that's a 10. So it's over there. So he actually has to roll into... I believe it's his pit crew here. So the pit crew is going to be what's going to be actually taking into account here for a trouble roll. So a trouble roll for the duel here. So he has to actually roll through that. We're going to be using the first 1/3 because it's still through the 1/3, I believe, here of the match here. So what's 3, 1? So what was it? 25 is half. So I would say roughly around, was it 17 or so? Is about that, so right next to that. So we're still in the 1/3. So right now he is a pit crew is an A. So let's check out and see what's going to be when we look at the trouble pit crew. Okay, so his pit crew is an A for the trouble, so it's going to be an 11. So essentially, if he rolls a 2 6s, he will not be able to repair, but it looks like it's a 5, so he's good. But if it wasn't, he would have to have moved all the way down here. But because of the fact that he was in trouble, he's going to actually move all the way down here to the top spot there. So the pit crew was able to do so. And no matter what, we're actually going to have to fill in the gap because as Tom Rossi has been pushed out of the lead there as he made some really hard moves to try to get into the top spot. He's going to actually get out of there, and we're going to have to fill in the gap. So when somebody's in the top or middle group, or the race leaders collected, it leaves an open spot here. So we're just going to basically, before the turn ends here, we're going to fill in the spot here. We're going to move all the drivers in this group forward so that any open spaces are kind of left, like nothing is left in the group here. So we're going to move that there, so no problem there. And then we're going to see who's going to fill in the spot here from the middle. Okay, so now we have the 7th spot here. So we're going to roll the red die here against Francisco's gas pedal rating. So 1, so he'll take it, so he'll do that. And then we're just going to move everybody up as per normal. So Billy Brett's going to go right here, move these guys up. And then Trevor Tristel is going to move right there, and then everyone's move up. And then this guy right here, so Randy Kendrick, the lime green Chevy here, he's going to be able to move in, and he'll be just fine there as we've moved in everybody. And now there's a big change because Tom Rossi has moved down from being in the top spots. So it looks like that little bit of a duel kind of caused a big shakeup in the event here. So let's keep on going here, guys, as we have 20 more miles till the next video, or I guess you can tell the video ends here. So let's check it out here. Alright, so get that black die here, and that was a big shakeup, my goodness here, guys, as Jeff Daly Jr. here has caused a big stir up here, folks. That is amazing here. So 5 is going to be definitely the bottom pack here, guys, and that's going to be a 10. So 10 is going to be a TV. So because it's a TV, I think, if I'm correct here, we're going to look for anybody who has a TV gray, which will be Denny Baker, who's in the 5 car there, the 5 Toyota, who is trying to see if he can take over Scott Steckel's spot there. But he's going to be the one, so he's the only one that has it here. And we'll see if he's able to challenge anybody in the next group ahead. So that's actually going to be pretty quick. There's only one, so let's check it out here. Alright, so 3, that's definitely available for him there. So 3 is up there. Okay, so let's see here. So 4. So 4 is going to be right here, and it's going to be the odd one. So Trevor Trostel, ooh, that's tough for Denny Baker because he's got a performance chip, so he's probably going to end up, no matter what, using it here. But 4, and it's going to be TV grade, so he's not. So he has a 1 star, so he will be using his performance chip to keep Denny Baker down there in the bottom group. But that will use up Trevor Trostel's last one there, and he will stay down there in that Love Bug Chevy there, 15th place. So that's 10 miles done, and it looked like it was only for the TV shot there as Denny Baker was trying to make moves, but he's going to stay down there in that 30th or so spot there in the race. Alright, so we're looking at the 150th here, guys. Alright, so Denny Baker made the last move there. Some big highlights here as some big moves have been occurring here. So let's roll one more time here. during this video. That's a 1, so that'll be the top group here, and that's going to be 8. So again, that's going to be skill check. So let's check it out here, guys. Skill check. There's a little less skill in this top group now that shakeup occurred here, but Julie Justice will be taking on Jeff Daly Jr. All right, let's check it out here. So Julie Justice here. We don't need the white one because it doesn't matter that we have it there, so we'll just roll the 2 red and blue here. So a 6, that's too high for Julie, so he won't be able to do that. And then Joey Plunka, he'll be rolling here for his skill check here. So that's a 2, so 2 is going to be definitely passing him, but the 1 there is an automatic fail because he has 2 break bonus, so Joey's going to stay back there as Austin's the last one here. TV Austin there, so 5. Looks like he has 1 skill, and then, or 5, I apologize. 5, he does pass, no problem there. 5 with his rating there, but if you look at Jeff Daly Jr. here, he's got, if you look at it here, the skill plus the star, so that's 2, so he has 2, right? Then 3 for the burst, and then 4, 5, because he is, of course, the race leader. So he does actually hit 5. That is amazing, guys. That is such a horrible thing for Austin Bigler and anybody, really, in this spot here, because the only way, if you guys think about it, that he's going to be knocked off here from this definite spot here, as Jeff Daly Jr. is, of course, riding high on that Toyota 63 car. He is, of course, the wild scram crowd with gutsy driving and could be poised to contend with the title in 2016. The only way you're going to do that is by dueling, essentially, basically, at that point, because he is so skilled if he rolls a skill or star check. So, guys, that's going to end it here for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed here, as we, of course, are starting to finish up the 150th and kind of rounding out the first. Well, you know what? Let's just roll a couple more, actually. I apologize, guys. Let's roll for one more here. Just two more 20 more miles here and get to that pit, so the pit crew can kind of check out and see if we're going to see any moves here on the pit row here. All right, so let's roll this real quick here, guys. Oh, boy, I put my finger down that one. That's not good. 5 will be the bottom one here, guys, and that's 9. Or probably 10. So 10's a TV one. So TV will be actually Denny Baker again here, guys. So Denny Baker's going to make another attempt here, guys, on the 150th or 160th mile here. Denny Baker's going to try again to get into that middle group. So 4, that's within his real range there. So 3 on the even sign, Joey Wilson. 3 for him. Can he handle this one here? So he is not going to be able to handle it, and he's going to switch. So it looks like Joey Wilson is going to switch with Denny Baker there, and it looks like Denny Baker within that 10-mile stretch was able to make some moves there and get back into the 12th position there. So now you can see we have all of our TV guys here on the stage. Definitely a great one here for the TV show here. And now it's time to go to the pit row here, as all the drivers are going to try to do their pit checks. All right, so let's check out the pit here, and we're going to roll the black and metallic die here. So it's going to be 2. So if you guys notice that with this, it's a little bit different here. So it's going to be 2. So 1 and 2 are going to be the top group, middle group is 3, 4, and then 5. Well, 5 is the normal one as normal. So 2 right here will mean it's going to be over the top group, right? So the top group, as we see here, will be 2 and 3. So number 2, Austin Bigler, and 3, Joey Plunk, are actually going to switch positions here as they go into pit row here. And that means we're going to actually see, going into the next one, we're going to see who has the chance for a fast pit. So we're going to roll the black die here. 4, that will mean that 4 is going to be the middle group. So let's see here on the black die, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here, so 4, okay. And then I think I'm just kind of reading this real quick because the pit thing is a little bit difficult in my mind here. But we're going to roll this one here, and we're actually going to check, because I didn't really need to roll the metallic dice, but 4 means we're going to check the middle group and see who has the ability to get a performance chip here. Okay, so let's see here what we're going to have happen here. So we're going to roll all the drivers here. So top to bottom, bottom to top, it doesn't matter. Randy Kendrick, we're going to see a fast pit. So 4, so that's 9, so he's not going to get a fast pit or a chip here. 6, he's not going to get one. He has a 5. Chris Wine here, 8. That's a 7, so he will get one. 5, fast pit, that's a 9, so he will get one. Okay. That's an 8, so he will get one. Trevor will get one. He has a 10 fast pit, and then fast pit for Cam is a 9, and that's a 2, so he will get one there, no problem there. Okay, and then that's an 8. He has a 10, Ray Bob Walker does, so he will get a performance chip there. Denny Baker with a 3, and he will not get one because he has a 3 there, so not doing too well there for Denny Baker. But 7 there for Billy Brett. He's not going to get one. Stu Urich has an 8. That's a 2, so he will get one there. Kurt Bryson with a fast pit of 7. That's an 8. He will not get one. And then Pete McAtee here has a 9, so he will get one as well. So he'll have 2 there. So he will have 2 performance chips there. I believe you can actually have 2, right? I think you can. But yeah, so there you go. So that's now these guys are all have their fast pits. Now we're going to see if anyone actually can take advantage of these performance checks and see if they can get out and get going here along their crew. All right, so the third part and last part, I guess, the final part here of the pit crew is actually the kind of the turn here. So I guess the final step actually is to check it here. So I guess not really the final, but it's the second final. So let's see here. We're actually going to move these guys up. So there's no performance chips in this section, so we're actually going to move this guy up to whoever has the performance chip will be moving up to the next spot. So Ray Bob Walker has one, so he'll be moving up to the highest Kurt, and he will switch. So if you guys notice that there, Cam Croyle will move up and take Billy Brett's thing there. Trevor Trostel will take over Denny Baker's spot there because he has a performance check, and then Gary Pine will take there. So Kurt Bryson will be down here, and then Chris Wine will be right here with Billy Brett moving down to the 17th spot there. So you see how it shakes up a little bit there because of your crew not being able to handle that. So definitely an opportunity to check there. But now we're actually going to check the last fast pit dice rolls here. Basically, we're going to check the lead among the top drivers. So we're going to roll the black die to determine which driver is going to be able to get the chance to challenge the race leader again. So basically, we're going to check that here for this one here. So who's going to challenge the race leader here? So 2, that'll be Joey Plunka. And then we're just going to use his gas pedal rating with no defense and see if by chance he's going to switch positions with Jeff Daly Jr. This is an opportunity for the race leader to get taken over here. 4. And he does have that. So Joey Plunka gets out of the pit, no problem there. The 73 car, 73, I guess you'd say, what is that? Dodge is able to get out of there in front of the 63 Toyota Jeff Daly Jr. So it looks like now, if you guys notice that there, Jeff Daly Jr. has fallen again, and Joey Plunka now has taken a share of that lead. So he now has 10 miles driven with the lead. So currently right now, the winner right now is Joey Plunka, and we are now into the 170th or 180th mile here, passing through the first third of the race. So the Copper State 500 is absolutely in a great spot, as you guys can see. Let me know if you guys have any other comments down below here, guys. Leave a comment, of course. I absolutely love to hear from you guys. I'm not too sure about the Pete McAtee and the 2 performance chips. That might change within the next time you guys see me play here. But definitely thumbs up if you guys like it. Definitely drop a like on the video, and of course leave a comment of who you think is going to win here. I absolutely adore you guys' absolute feedback, and it's really helpful. So enjoying this Copper State 500 red, white, and blue racing. Very great game. I'll see you guys next time as we of course start the middle third of this great super speedway race in the 2016 Desert Saguaro Super Speedway. See you guys next time.